This is an episode I've wanted to do for quite a long time, sourdough pancakes. I've long been an advocate of sourdough. You can do so much with it. Pancakes are so quick and easy. They're great for a cold morning breakfast. They're great in the summer. You heat up a skillet or a griddle pan, throw some pancakes on, and there you go. So hopefully this will give you a reason to go out and get some sourdough if you don't have some. I have to apologize for a couple things too. The first is the first shot where I'm shooting into the sourdough crock. I wanted to try and show you that it's alright when the sourdough separates. If you keep it in the fridge, you just stir it up and you're good to go. I keep my sourdough in the fridge for long periods of time. I bring it out, heat it, or not heat it up, but get it to room temperature, and it's good to go. So that's alright. The other thing is that my arm gets in the way a lot of times when I'm stirring. I'm sorry about that. That was just the way I had the camera set up. So let's get going. I just pulled the sourdough from the fridge, so it needs a good mixing. I wanted to show that it separates, but there's nothing to worry about. A lot of times that liquid on top will be a lot darker depending on how long it's been since you've pulled it from the fridge and worked with it. But as long as you've got a good strong sourdough, it's fine. See, that's mixed up and ready to go. So to begin, we'll need 2 cups of starter. I'm just working with a 1/3 cup here to make it easy to get in there. I like to keep a nice big amount of sourdough starter so I can do whatever I want. Several loaves of bread, some donuts, something like that. Then we need to feed our sourdough so it'll come back nice and strong. So I go with 2 cups of flour and 2 cups of warm water. I usually nuke it for 45-60 seconds. We'll get about 2-ounce PC cup, or about 3 tablespoons of buckwheat. Four tablespoons of powdered egg, or you can use 2 whole shell eggs. About a teaspoon of kosher salt. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. I like to mix the two on the sourdough pancake recipe. It works really good. Another 2-ounce PC or portion control cup of or 3 tablespoons of cornmeal. About a tablespoon of vanilla. 1/3 of a cup of buttermilk, or evaporated milk works really good here. Mix this all up pretty well, but don't overmix it. You don't want to whip all the air out of it. About half a cup of frozen blueberries. Then a nice hot griddle pan with some oil. It's obviously used for pancakes a lot. You can see the marking. Then when the bubbles have pretty much quit popping, it's a good time to flip it there. The bubbles in the surface of the sourdough. And trim that guy up to make him look good. Those little bits are like the cook's treats. Here's another batch working. See how much darker those are. And a short stack with bacon ready to go. Some nice cinnamon infused maple syrup on top. With the care and feeding of sourdough, it's like you take out 1 cup of sourdough starter, you put in a cup of flour and a cup of water. I usually use a little less water than a full cup. I do like to heat it in the microwave to get it nice and warm so that it doesn't take as long for the starter to get going. On this batch, I'd previously taken out extra flour. That's why in the video I put in 2 cups of flour and 2 cups of water. You'll notice in the video I used powdered eggs, and I mentioned evaporated milk. I think powdered eggs work really great in the sourdough pancakes. Also, evaporated milk works really well. It gives it a nice flavor. I also tend to think it's a little more going back to the olden days when the Gold Rush prospectors put together their sourdough pancakes. They would have used evaporated milk. I'm pretty casual about it myself, but the pancake batter does benefit from about 2 tablespoons of oil added to it when you whip it up. You can throw it in or leave it out like I did when I did this for the video, but it does benefit from it, so it's up to you. I mentioned cinnamon infused maple syrup in the video, and it's really simple to make. I didn't shoot any video of it because I thought it was so easy I'd just explain it. But I just take some maple syrup, throw it in a saucepan, and a couple sticks of cinnamon. Throw those in there, bring it to a simmer, turn down the heat, let it heat for just a little bit. Don't let it boil or you're going to have one heck of a mess to clean up. And there you go, cinnamon infused maple syrup. I also like to make a topping for these with applesauce and some ground cinnamon. Put a little butter on there and some of the applesauce. It's really good. Also cuts down on the sugar if you're feeding kids. So there you are, the sourdough pancakes. I hope you go out and give them a try. Get yourself some sourdough starter if you don't have any. If you do have some, you can throw some pancakes on. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.